All right, guys, now check this out. This is cool. Now, the Missouri-Kansas border in the 1860s wasn't just a battleground for organized armies. It was a landscape of paranoia, and right here in the town of Riverside, the Civil War didn't stay on distant fields. It pounded on your front door right in the middle of the night. Violent raids left residents caught in a lethal crossfire of ideologies. Now, for the German-American families like the Brenners and the Renners, their language and their loyalty to the Union militia made them prime targets. Now, the cabin sat right here. The Brenner cabin sat right here, about right in between these buildings, right in front of me. Now, this brings us to the night the Bushwhackers descended on the Brenner cabin. So they came up here, and Peter Brenner and his son John were startled by the sudden crack of gunshots echoing off the timber just out of nowhere. But Peter knew the drill. He knew who it was. He knew the men outside were likely bushwhackers looking for weapons, horses, and blood. You know, they were just ransacking everything. So, acting with incredible presence of mind, being the person that Peter was, he executed a desperate gamble, and he grabbed his prized Kentucky musket, which was a high-quality, expensive firearm. One of the nicer ones back in that day anyway, and he shoved it deep into a closet, and then he took an old rifle and he slid it under the bed. Now, as the raiders kept hammering on the door, shouting for entry and demanding guns, Peter played the part of the cooperative, non-English speaking farmer, right? Like, he just acted like he didn't speak English. And he opened the door and he pointed right towards the bed, towards the rifle, hoping that they would come in and just take the rifle and leave. And that's exactly what happened. They found the old rifle, and satisfied with their prize, they took some food and they rode off into the night laughing and thought that they really came up. They missed the Kentucky musket. It was a rare moment where wit won over guns, you know. It won over the gunpowder, but the peace didn't last long. They went to Peter's brother's, John Brenner, his house, and they started ransacking the home, eventually fleeing with John's rifle and revolver. And the night ended up climaxing where they went down the street to the Renner home, where the Renner brothers shot and killed a bushwhacker as he came up the stairs, and the rest of them fled. Brenner's wife came down the next morning and observed the soldier's dead body. But it was a crazy time. And the more you learn about the foundation of this city and what happened before it was Riverside, there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened here, especially during the Civil War era. But this your boy Mack Malone, the KC journalist, signing out, showing you the Brenner cabin. I'm out. Peace.
Every word lasts forever. He is the KC trying to